Rex to the laundromat. One take a surfer to the snow. Oh, no, no. Don't take a Rex.
Sorry.
Don't take a Rex to the...
Take that one.
Yeah, we're going to go in on that one.
Yeah.
Now you get into the jam.
Don't take your Rex to the laundromat. One take a surfer to the snow. No.
Still uncomfortable on that.
Well, what you could do is, you wouldn't take a surfer to the snow. Why don't you do it, you know, change the lyric around.
Don't take your Rex to the laundromat. You wouldn't take a surfer to the snow. Now there's a place for everything and more. Everything, there's a place for it to go. Huh?
This is a rock and roll band, the Skyhooks, in Melbourne. In 1975, going on album sales, they were Australia's most successful pop musicians. Since then, they've suffered a drop in popularity. In 1976, they were out of the country for some time, on tour in America. While they were away, other groups filled the gap. Moreover, an album they made at that time didn't sell well. Now, in an attempt to ensure that their next album doesn't meet the same fate, they've flown out an up-and-coming American record producer, Eddie Leonetti.
I think that they wanted me to work with them because they felt that they might really benefit from, you know, American, the United States sort of vantage point to rock and roll as opposed to Australian or something else.
An hour after he'd arrived at Tullamarine, Leonetti was with the band at this North Melbourne studio, starting 5 days of intensive rehearsal.
I get involved in what I call pre-production. All right, pre-production is simply going in and rehearsing with the band. And that's where you sort out the songs. That's where you decide what chord changes you want. That's where you're going to decide what guitar is going to be playing what's the drummer going to do. And you may rewrite the song. You may change it very little. You may take 2 songs and put them together as one. You may take 1 song and make it 4 songs. A lot of things happen, but you work it all out in rehearsal, pre-production. You don't do all the experimenting in the studio.
See that sound? Just make sure that everybody's playing the same thing.
Pretty hard. You may play the chord.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not bad, not bad. That wasn't not bad, that one.
I think that should be a little more confident at the very end. Don't just fade out. Don't go out to nothing. You know, it's an end. Make it an end. You know?
You should have been over here a year and a half ago. We were real confident. Then we were big. We're not big anymore. Our egos are deflated. You know, cost of living's gone up. And higher PAs is real expensive now.
It's your priorities. You know,
if
your priorities go to the sea and surfing, you know, then you lose perspective.
Don't cost nothing to hire a wife.
Doesn't cost nothing to hire a wife?
You're learning. You're getting there real well.
Calling the army by a politician. Promise anything.
All right, I like the sound of it. Well, let me ask you something. That little thing with singing.
Oh, yeah, well, you don't have to. You can use that if you want to. You don't
Yeah, I sort of like that. I don't know how I'm trying to figure out where we work it in. You know that part with the singing? Ooh, yeah, for what it... Can we get it in there somehow or other? You know, to be a EDM... How do you say it? The pronunciation on most of this stuff to me is completely foreign, but that's okay.
Well, EDM in, you know.
Yeah, but I mean...
Big black.
So this song is...
Big black...
This is a rip-off of Montego Bay.
Africa.
Singing...
No offence, madam.
Nearly all the music and lyrics performed by Skyhooks are written and arranged by the group's bass player, Greg McCainch, who also founded the group in 1971. Greg has his own ideas on the role of the record producer.
He'll make a suggestion and the band will talk about it and we'll try it, you know. And if we're happy with it, well, we'll go with it. You know, we'll do it.
Yeah, well, it is. You know, it's a rip-off of Montego Bay. Singing...
Now, if he wants to do it, well, will do that, or what happens is he'll make a suggestion which leads to another suggestion by someone else, and you know, he can sort of mediate between the whole thing, and it'll come out, you know, differently, but hopefully a lot better.
Yeah, I know, but here, there's a little bit of Adolf.
Adolf.
Whatever way you're going to say it, but I want you got to sort of stop for a second to get that out. You know, there's a little bit of Adolf in everyone.
I also like Adolf because that's what Lenny Bruce sort of.
Adolf, okay.
There's a little bit of Adolf.
Yeah, do it that way.
Everyone.
You got to act that out.
And the hand that holds the whip. Sometimes it's all a fun.
Now, keep on going for a second, because now, what are you saying?
There's a... Yeah, this one's a
right.
Dicky line.
Yeah.
Sorry, this one's a Dicky line.
I think
See, they'll be able to repeat that.
Desire, you should do that same way. Desire.
Well, sing the way you sing it, because I didn't understand.
There's a desire hidden somewhere.
Yeah, there's...
Desire. I think you should say desire.
There's a... How do you say desire?
Yeah, desire.
Yeah, so can't you get up to on top of it? There's a...
This is desire.
Yeah. How about just a hidden desire somewhere or something like that, if you change it around a little bit? How about... There's a hidden desire somewhere that wants to rock the earth.
There's a hidden desire.
Yeah. Well, how
That
about...
wants to rock the earth. What about
somewhere
that?
there's... Yeah, somewhere there's a... Somewhere there's... No. Somewhere...
No.
Just a desire... A hidden desire would be better.
There's a hidden desire that wants to rock the earth.
You need somewhere?
No.
There's a desire hidden somewhere. That's where it gets twisted.
Yeah, there's a desire. It just sounds weird.
It doesn't flow.
And you can't understand it at all.
Sounds.
Dedicate this song to Joe Bjelke-Peterson when we do it on stage, which seems to go down well for some reason. Yeah, well, I mean, it's got lots of overtones in Australia. And Australia's a really politically active country.
From? Again.
1, 2, 3.
By my classification, I'm in the position to pull rank, and I don't think I should just pull rank. You should work it out where it's some sort of democratic kind of approach, and the ego thing comes into it, where you just don't want, you want to work with the person, understand them enough, and then you deal with it and see whether or not his ego is going to be too hard to deal with. If they're really dead set on something, and I think it's absurd, you know, there can be fights at times. Not the kind of fights where, you know, we're not going to speak to each other for 3 days, but we'll probably get into a heavy discussion. We'll probably, eventually, if he keeps on saying it, go the way that, let's say, he wants to do it, and then we'll see whether it's right or not. And I'll give him a big "I told you so" after it doesn't work out. Whatever the approach was, you know, they were working. There was a pattern you could hear that got through. This one got a bit too jazzy, avant-garde, as it were.
Avant-garde?
So that got a little crazy. And then other little non-tightness in the band is the thing. The speed was good though. See, now we're not racing on to finish the song.
Yeah, I'm sort of concentrating on the speed and losing.
Yeah. All right. Well,
need to pick up the fills now.
Yeah. Right. And don't think about that part until you come to it, because we get the rest of the song right. You know.
After technical problems in Melbourne, the whole operation was moved at short notice to the Sydney studio. Here, the lead vocal and extra guitar solos were recorded.
Where the sky meets the earth, that's the skyline.
that song is sort of short and sweet. It's messagey, but there's a tremendous amount of, well, I don't know, I just like the whole setup. The whole setup on Life in the Modern World with the verses is really interesting. The way, you know, the way it reads with the line, headline, breadline, so forth. And so that kind of really good lyric, really intelligent, you know, sort of lyric in a heavy metal song is real nice.
We got pocket calculators. We got cybernetic refrigerators. We got men on the moon. We got your padded room. We got tax exiles. We got C2 missiles. We got nuclear power. We got the Catholic hour. We got life. We got death. We got life and death. Where the sky meets the earth, that's the skyline. And where the hair meets the hair, that's the hairline. And where the needle meets the skin, that's the main line. And where today meets tomorrow, that's the deadline. And where today meets tomorrow, that's a deadline.
Okay, want to come in and have a listen?
You got enough?
Yeah, I think so.
Put in your velvet, it'll come out in mess. You want to wash it, better change your dress. Use a spin dryer on the blue leaves. Call your friends, not try the beach. Don't take your lyrics to the lonely man. I'll tell you, brother, that's not where it's at. Don't take your lyrics to the laundromat. If your suit's all dirty, then I'm sorry about that. Don't take your lyrics to the laundromat. Or take your surfer to the snow. Whoa, whoa, no, no. Now there's a place for everything. Everything. There's a place for it to go. One take a blind man to the movies. One take a surfer to the snow. Whoa, 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 no. Don't take your lyrics to the laundromat, 'cause that's not the place for it to go.
When I was living in St Kilda, I always used to go to the laundromat. You know, sort of weekly occurrence for me and millions of other people, I guess. I don't know, that was sort of a synthesis because I used to still do wear lots of funny sort of stage clothes and so on, and to get them cleaned is quite a, well, I mean, you have to go to the dry cleaners and do all that sort of stuff. You can't just throw them in with your jeans.
The message, I mean, you know, as far as lyrics is concerned, if they're going to chant something like the warning of you can't really trust, you know, modern technology, Texan kind of accent, whatever it is.
So, don't take your lyrics to the laundromat. I'll tell you, brother, that's not where it's at. Don't take your lyrics to the laundromat. If your suit's all dirty, then I'm sorry about that. If your suit's all dirty, then I'm sorry about that. If your suit's all dirty, then I'm sorry about that.
1, 2, 3, 4.